they can mix in with the group. They're not stupid. This is warfare, y'all. They know that you're up on it. So just make sure you look, just pay attention, sea stars. Alaska, I don't think they really, I don't know that they really messing with y'all in Alaska like that. I haven't looked. I have to look into that. I haven't heard anything about Alaska, though. You're kind of close to Russia. So I don't, how many Ukrainians did y'all let in? Because I don't think many people know that. How many Ukrainians did you let in? Again, these are things that other channels are not going to tell you because they don't want you to know, because a lot of them are agents. Like Canadian Prepper and all them, they're monetized agents, okay? They're going to give you certain information to keep you distracted, but a lot of these people online, they're paid by the government. Listen, and they are, because their channels are not being infiltrated. Nobody's messing with them. They're allowed to share information. How could Canadian Prepper give that much intel and nobody touch his channel? How many? Okay. Lived in a Ukrainian village in Chicago and was mistaken for Ukrainian on daily basis. Oh, Jen said she lived in Ukraine. Yeah. And I don't want to demonize Ukraine, people from Ukraine, because one of my closest girlfriends was from Ukraine. But it's not that. The people that they let into Ukraine, they look European. You wouldn't be able to decipher a Ukrainian from an American if they dressed like a lunar American. You wouldn't tell unless they talked. I'm just giving a warning, because nobody will do it. I'll do it, because people, I see all these clowns on these channels that I know they're Agent Smiths. They're working for the CIA, FBI. I see it. You can see in the kind of conversation how they lead people, and also that they're working for the freaking Willy Wonka system, because all they do is talk about politics and talk about the Republicans and Democrats. Anytime someone's still bringing up Democrats and Republicans as if they're different, you already know they're psyoped. Or they're limited cognitively because they're under mind control. They're both working for the same. All the government, all the Willy Wonka systems are working on the same accord. They're all one. Whether you see it black or white is on you. But if you see it only as separate and not realizing it's all one, it's on one coin, you're going to have problems. Be careful with that. I give the warning to y'all because I care about our sea stars that are in the Midwest. Because a lot of you are just sweet and kind, especially moms. A lot of people on this channel, a lot of them are moms. And I really have a soft spot for mothers. And I know that they have their little ones. I don't really care if you're lunar, brown, green, Asian, anything. I'm really protective of moms. So I want to make sure that our lunar women, because they don't know this, because they're not telling you this. And I'm a brown woman telling you this. I'm telling you this. It is not to make you scared. It's just to make you prepared. Because when I go abroad, some of you don't travel abroad. I do. When I see a lot of lunars from the Midwest living in places like Mexico and Colombia, that worries me, because they know something you don't. They know something. That there wasn't a time where lunars felt more comfortable in Spanish countries than they felt in their own country. If they got the FYI and you didn't, that tells me something. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot more. These are people that used to be very patriotic, and they wouldn't leave their country. They'd have the American flag up. They're living in Mexico. They're living in South America. They left. That means they got wind of something. And a lot of them, their husbands were in the military, so they got the FYI. Okay? Don't trust anybody because they look like you. Just like brown people. I tell brown people, just because most brown people who attack me are brown. They look just like me. They're going to send people who look like you, y'all. That's why I said I'm not a Negrotarian. The Negrotarians think that everything brown is right. Someone says something, oh, why don't you represent for brown people? Because I'm not all brown people. We don't have the same ancestors. I don't even know you like that. Like, why do you represent people because they just look? Because the people who will do the most, look at all Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Who do you think accepted? The only way they can get to you quicker is if they look like you. The number one people that will always get you are the ones who look like you and talk like you. You're not going to let just anybody in. People are very xenophobic like that. Okay? You got to be careful with that. So the Negrotarians are letting all these MK Ultra agents all in their groups because they brown, they think they brown, they right. They're being infiltrated. Just be, yeah, it's easier to, if someone looks like you, if I'm a lunar woman, I'm going to trust another lunar woman quicker than I would trust somebody else. So they're going to send people who look like you to infiltrate your groups, your people, all the thing. I'm just giving a fair warning. Be careful with the music, the frequency that they have. The frequency is going to be here. We're in pole shift time, y'all. That's why there's all these earthquakes. And be careful. Some earthquakes are just explosions. They're not even earthquakes. They're explosions. You heard about what happened over in New York, right? Nobody's talking about that, right? New York had a 1 point something earthquake, right? But you don't realize that was right before they had the explosion around the same time. Could it be that the 1 point something wasn't an earthquake? It was an explosion underneath the ground, and they made it seem like it was an earthquake. Okay. A lot of things you see out here are being controlled opposition. They got ops all over the place. All these groups got ops. The ops will come to my group. You know, if I feel it, if I feel you're op, I'll just delete you. And then they'll probably talk about me online. Okay? Just be mindful. And to the guys who are in the prison or in jail, stop giving your DNA because they're going to hurt your families. When you give DNA for $50, if you really, listen, if you're really trying to make a difference, don't let them do anything. The fact that they have you in prison, they already have control of you. They have autonomy over your physical body, your outside body. Don't give them control over your inside of your body. Because you make everyone, your whole family, because if you share a DNA that's collective to your general area where you grew up, then when they get your DNA, they're going to weaponize some sort of bioweapon through the next shot. And then they're going to disperse it all through your neighborhood. Then you'll wonder why you come out and your homeboys are saying, hey, girl. Okay. You're responsible for that. So be careful with that. Be careful who you allow to come in your group. I don't even say, you can't trust anything because you don't even know if they're an NPC. You don't even know if they're real. You know what I'm saying? How do you even know they're real? They could be artificial intelligence. No, a lot of ops speak truth. That's what gets most people, because they're like, why are they sharing so much? But that's key. You wouldn't ever listen to someone who's telling you lies. It would be spotted too easily. They got to give you all truth, but they will personally, they will nicely omit certain information, like, or they'll give you a lot of truth and then they'll put that nice little bit right in there. You have to use your discernment because you can't tell. You can't tell all the time. Because like I said, they look like you, they act like you, they talk like you think it's you. It isn't. You got to go with your gut. I follow my gut 99% of the time now. If I feel it, I'll just remove them. Whether it's right or wrong, I got to go with my gut. Like back in the days, you let people in because you're trying to be politically correct. I won't be able to do that any longer because there's too many ops. They send them to your groups too. And they create coups. Like you'll get an op that'll come in your group and then they'll start talking and creating coups in your groups. You got to be careful with that too. Ops are they're designed to come in and cause wreck. If someone's a real truth teller, and there's a few online, there's not a lot, but there's a few, they'll send people in to disseminate, like just to cause like ill will or make them questionable. You know, questionable. They've done it. They do it in my group all the time. You know, that's the thing. You have a group. It's nothing you could do. The op will come in. You figure it out and you just remove them. But the op will usually get other people because that's how they work. And they'll create, you know, narratives that, you know. I remember, listen, you can go to channels and they'll say things like, oh, Fleur does reading. You know I don't do readings. What kind of reading? This woman made a whole, listen, I saw on a blog, this woman said I did a whole reading on her and I sent devils to her. I was like, listen to the craziness they'll say about me. I never did that. I haven't ever had, first of all, I don't do readings. I don't even have that like that. I don't do readings. I've never done readings. That's not what I do. And then what'd she say? Then this woman said I made her jump timelines and then she's been stuck ever since. Yo, I mean, they're crazy. If I don't like somebody, I just remove them. And when I remove them is usually when I say things. Yeah. We're seeing crazy things. I do some things, but not the things that are said online. I'm really private. My life is mostly private, you know? Most of the things I do that would be dastardly isn't anything that would be on public media. Someone said they had naked pictures of me. I'm still waiting for them because I'm trying to keep the image. Listen, if you got naked pictures of me, show them, because I need to at least have some good pictures of me when I was young. I want you to show them. Remember the years ago, the girl said she had naked pictures. I was like, please show them. I need some good pictures of me, something to keep in the archives. You know, when you're young, you want to have some good pictures of yourself. Show them. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I want the pictures out there. God, what? Maybe I could have another channel. You know what I'm saying? Put the pictures out. I've been begging them for years. They won't show the naked pictures. They said I took naked pictures. You know, unless they're in Polaroid. There may be a Polaroid or something out there. I don't know. Bring them out. I accept that. I'm going to post them on here myself. No, I'm just saying be careful with that. People can create narratives, and if someone doesn't know you, they'll believe it. I'm not even in the business of hurting people. I don't do things like that. I have too much of a life. I love my family. So when I come in here and I talk to you, that's it. When I go on Zoom, I talk to you. I don't have time. It's not even that. I don't care enough. Remember, I'm a Sag. I don't care enough to do things to y'all. That's the truth. And call it what it is. I don't care enough. I'm really just, when I'm offline, it's all about me and my life. I'm not going to sit and do spells on people. Why would I do it? Now, if you're doing some dastardly things and you get a ricochet, that's on you. That's my ancestors and my people and my galactic family giving you something back. But I don't care enough about anybody like that. I care about my family and my friends. I don't care enough. So if you ever hear anybody on any of these channels saying I'm doing stuff to them, that is a lie. That is a flat out lie. Tell them to show you proof. Tell them to show you that I'm doing something to them. And if they're telling you they have naked pictures, tell them to show it. I want the pictures. Show them, post them online. I'm okay with it. Post them. You have Polaroids too, Catherine? Yeah, show them. Like I said, I need some good pictures while I'm still young. If I don't, sometimes you need those pictures. I need the freaky pictures so I could post them. I don't have any good pictures of me. Yeah, show them. Yeah. If I'm doing spells on you, show the proof that I'm doing spells on you. If I had you locked in another timeline, show proof of that. And if you locked in another timeline because you following my crazy behind, that's all on you. Show. I always say, if they talking reckless about me, show me where it happened. People will make up things and everybody will believe it because someone said it. Show it. You know, when you get to a certain age, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody cares about that. Yeah. I'm okay with it though. I'm the one person who will say if I have pictures like that. I remember I'm a certain age though too. We didn't have social media like that. Like, back in the days, the most someone could take is a Polaroid of you, right? If they took a picture of you now, it's on digital. But I'm of a certain age. It's not really something I would do, not overtly. You know what I mean? Now, if someone caught a picture, it's okay. Because if they caught a picture of me, it means I looked good. So show it. Half the time, y'all are seeing my boobies anyway. Show it. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. The love of projecting. No, social media is crazy. You got to be careful with all the mind control programming. We have a whole bunch of frequency weapons that are being directed constantly. You're being bombarded with frequency weapons. So you got to be careful with your hair. I would say, like, if you go out, if you notice, like, I cover my hair as much as possible. Okay. Even when I trim my hair, I keep my hair, like, I try to keep my hair as covered as possible. Only time I don't is like if I'm at the beach and I'm somewhere else in another country. I'm not as concerned as much. But if I'm in the States, I try to keep my head covered. Yeah, because they trying to bombard me with frequencies. And I try to just make sure, I don't keep electronics like that. Why would I have a television? I haven't a television in my bedroom. I haven't ever had a television in my bedroom except when I was married. When I was married, because my husband had a TV. He wanted a TV in our room. But I haven't had a television in my room in, maybe like, 13 years. 13 years. I haven't had a television in my bedroom in 13 or 14 years, maybe 14 years. And I haven't used a microwave in, well, I haven't had a microwave in my house anymore, but I haven't actively used it. I say actively because we were away in Mexico, so one of the microwaves was used in the place we were staying. But I haven't actively used a microwave. I gotta be honest. Haven't actively used a microwave in, maybe 15 years, maybe. Yeah. So just, things like that. I hope you aren't using microwaves. Most of y'all aren't using microwaves, right? Stay away from microwaves. That should be off the table for you. Even if we discuss frequencies and things like that, using a microwave shouldn't be anything any of you use. I hope you aren't using that, right? Boredom brought you here? Wait, religion removes racism, said boredom. Really? You were bored? That's the only reason you came to me? You might be bored listening to me, boredom. That's so funny. I love honesty, though. She said boredom is the only reason. That's the only reason you came to me. I love it. No, I love honesty like that. It's true. That to me is like, that's such a Sag thing. I love that kind of honesty because it's true. It's like sometimes you don't want to listen to people unless you're bored. That's funny. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be tonight. We're gonna be on Zoom tonight. I'll do my predictions, I think, either Sunday or Monday. It may be a week from now. Sometimes it's just a matter. I bring things organically. So it's like when I feel like, even now, like I won't come on because YouTube was being disrespectful. When YouTube is so disrespectful, I don't come on. Like, I don't feel like I should even extend myself to their platform because I bring such... the platform is what it is because of people like me from back in the days. They're so disrespectful. Like, the reason why YouTube even exists is because of true whistleblowers. And I'm not even a whistleblower. I just came from a certain sector. But people like me who really came on here who weren't being monetized or anything. Like, that's how you know. That's what I'm saying. If they came on here before NBC, ABC, before they were being monetized, that's how you know. A lot of these people weren't coming on here. They weren't selling merch. Those are the people from back in the days. So it's like, that's how you know how real they are. They could have come from that sector, that time. Even with Carrie Cassidy, I had a problem with her, certain things for her holding back. But I will say this. I think it's disgusting how they removed her platform because she has a plethora of work. Now, I may not like her, certain things she may have done, but I have respect for her body of work. Like, she's, listen, Project Camelot, they got some creepy people out here, y'all. Project Camelot and Carrie Cassidy, hands down, they attack her. That's also how you know that she's real. They attack her. They attacked her channel. They removed her channel. I mean, she had a play. You talk about, she has way more plethora of work than I do. Like that, because that's what she does. That's who she is. So, I mean, interviews and everything. She was amazing. So, like I said, it was a personal thing. I didn't like a video or two she made, but that doesn't take away from her body of work, though. It doesn't. They got rid of what's her name? Kelly Coffee. They got rid of Kelly. They got rid of Kelly Coffee's channel. They got rid of John X Army. They got rid of a lot of real people. Kelly Coffee was the bomb. I'm gonna interview her. So y'all, I have a couple of interviews that I did so far, and that'll be on my channel, privately. Because of the things we talk about. They wouldn't even let us have because I like to have a free for all conversation. I don't really like to have to watch what I say. So I'll be posting those will be on my Tuesday Aquarius Rising shows. And then also, FYI, if anyone, I forgot to do this before. If anyone wants to be interviewed and you're an alien, listen to me. Because this is not for everyone. If anyone wants to be interviewed and you're alien or you have alien contact, and I will verify this, you can't just call me and just, you can be on my Aquarius Rising show. Remember the Ninth Gate? I love my show. So that's coming back. But if you want to be interviewed, you can contact me on my email and say you want to be. Please don't come on and say that you're a contact, because then you'll get offended. If you're, this is only for those who are contactees and or you are an alien. You, when I say alien, means that you're from another planet, you're a shapeshifter, you're from another you know, firmament, whatever. I will interview you, but I'm going to talk to you first. Okay. Please don't contact me and say that you are, and then I talk to you and then you get offended because I'm like, you're not really a contactee. It's only those who are contactees, you know. Just be respectful of my time, because remember, when I'm not on here, I don't do this, but I want to interview those on my show. So Aquarius Rising Ninth Gate is coming back. The interviews, I already did some. If you want to be interviewed and you're an alien, I'm going to call you. It's going to be the bomb. It's going to be like before. So it's amazing. So if you want to come on the show and that's something that you, but don't make up stuff, because you're talking to the right one. And then you're going to get ricochets and you're going to be mad at me saying I'm putting spells on you. If you come to me, you got to keep it real. The way you want me to keep it real with you, I'm going to keep, you need to keep it real with me. If you want to just talk to me and have a personal conversation and ask, no, that's only if you about that life. Okay. So if you do, contact me. You know, my email, it's in the description. You contact me and we'll set it up. Okay. So we can start really unveiling, because first of all, we have a lot of new beings here, and we're going to talk about the being that I was in contact with. That being is, that's the new being that just I had contact with the cone head that came from one of our sea stars. So we're going to discuss that too, but that'll be fun. So Aquarius Rising is coming back. If you want to call in, it's not an open forum show like that, but you can call in if you're a contactee. I want to keep it, and it's not about people who have dreams. Okay. Dreams, no, it has to be full on contact. Why? Is because a lot of people want to talk about the dreams. There's nothing wrong with it, but I want people who are contactees, not people who have dreams about contact. I need real contactees, or those who perceive themselves to be aliens or shapeshifters. Those are the ones first. We can do other things later, but those are the ones I'm going to take for the interview for Aquarius Rising. So if you are that, if you about that life, and remember, I have ways to verify. Remember, you may not think I'm a contactee until we talk. I'll know if you are, if you aren't. That's one thing. If you want to play and act like you are, and then I talk to you and you aren't, and I don't want to do an interview, then don't get mad. Okay. You know, you're all shapeshifters too. Yeah. Simply working. Druk? No, not everybody's a shapeshifter. People have the capability if they're real people, and it depends on their bloodlines. There are Cabbage Patch children here that are hybrid, you know, non-biological people that come from generations of like test tube people. So mud flood babies, those, they haven't any capability. Their DNA is broken. They don't have, their abilities aren't online. So I disagree. Not everybody can shape it. A lot of real people, if their DNA is non-broken and healthy, yes, they have the ability through their pineal gland, but there are a lot of people whose pineal gland isn't active. I miss you too, Sensei. What are you doing? We gotta talk, Sensei. It's been a while, right? So if your pineal gland isn't active and it's atrophied, how could you shapeshift? You couldn't. So I agree, there are a lot of people who can, that are real people who have an active DNA strand, but if they have broken strands, they aren't able to, you know. There's a lot of mud flood, you know, test tube people that are hybrids that are here. They're generations of, that's why they aren't able to give birth to any more children, because they're hybrids. Their DNA is broken. It's like having clones, like clones of clones of clones. Clones haven't the ability like original people. Okay, clones, people who are replicated, people made in like the mud flood, that are made in, you know, in that are genetically homogenized people. Their DNA, they're only able to have offspring like maybe one generation or two at most. That most of them are null and void. They don't have active DNA. Not everybody's the same. We got to stop doing that too. not everybody has the same abilities. You know, there are people here that aren't even real. These are fillers, like NPCs. They're like holographic people. They aren't even real. Whether they know they're real or not, I don't know. We could be NPCs for all we know. There are people that are fillers. Then there are beings here that are on people's bodies. Like they're on, like they look like, those are shapeshifters. They look like one being, but they aren't real. They're like beings or species that's sometimes it's on top of a biological body, so they're like infused, like on their overlays, you know what I mean? That, remember the gray overlays when the ladies were giving the massages, they would see overlay grays on people, like projecting themselves outside of their bodies. There's those. There's reptilian breeds. But again, if we're in a holographic system and this is a simulation, you got to think sometimes you're seeing a projected being in here that's coming from another species. So you see them as a gray or a reptilian, because really outside the firmament, outside of here, they are those beings. Yeah. So not everybody's the same. You know, it's okay to be different. We aren't clones. You want to be a clone, a replica? You know, like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj all looking alike. All those shape-shifting surgeries. You know, everybody wants to look alike. They want to all have the snuffleupagus eyelashes. They want to all put on the same clothing. They want to have the same body form. They want to look like ants getting those BBDs, what is it called? Brazilian butt lift. Okay, BBLs. I'm sorry. They got those BBLs. They look like ant people. I really think maybe they are ant people outside of here. They might be bugs. That's why they like to look like bugs, because when they get the surgery, they look like bugs, like ant beings. Go watch Mars Needs Moms. Look at those beings. They look like those beings. They look interesting. Yeah. I think maybe they're ants. Maybe that's why they want to get the surgery. So they want to look like more of what they look like outside the firmament. It could be that. Maybe I'm criticizing them, but maybe it's because they want to look more like what they look outside of here. So maybe they're ant beings and they want to look more like ants. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they get the snuffleupagus eyelashes, because they look like spiders. Maybe they're insects. You know what I mean? We don't know what kind of beings. They might be wanting to look more like what they are. You know, even when I went and woke up out of the pod, the woman had testicles and a penis. So maybe all this so-called transsexual, all these crazy things that are happening in this firmament is because the beings, when they're outside the pod, they actually look like that. I'm just saying, I told you years ago that Kim Kardashian was a bug, and ever since I told you, look at all the things she's been associating herself with. Spiders. She made a whole Halloween house of spiders. She told she's been dressing like a bug for the last 4 years. When I said it to y'all, you totally said I was crazy. You were like, Fleur, stop making these things up. They don't exist. And now you think I'm bugging out? Bugging out. She's dressing like a bug. I tell you, I know things, and you think I'm joking. People think I'm crazy. It is what it is. I'm crazy until it shows up, right? And then I'm telling the truth, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, there's beings here that are literally other entities, other kind of species, and they're all here. So, you got to be careful. And then you got holographic beings. Because AI can project anything. That's where all the agents come from, too. You got holographic beings. And they're showing up here. And they're, Agent Smiths, like the Willy Wonka, he can incept. Like, just like in the Matrix, they can put a Smith in any group. They could put a Smith anywhere. If you have a lack of discernment, remember the woman said, this mother freaker is not real. Remember she was on a plane? At first I thought it was a psyop, but what if she really saw? Because remember, she disappeared. And then they tried to bring a double of her that didn't even look like her. Remember that? They brought a double of her. So then they tried to present us. She didn't respond. She disappeared. She was really scared. Like, they showed other footage. And then all of a sudden, when she comes back, it looks like a whole different girl. It's just like that girl the first nurse who got the shot. What's her name? What was her name? Something... What was her name? Remember the shot that passed out? What was her name? Who's coming on here? Ray Cow. What'd you say? I'm not gonna comment. Y'all already know. The question is, who were they married to before? Who were they married to before? I guess it doesn't matter, right? I don't trust anyone who's promoting themselves as one thing and they live absolutely the opposite. I just don't. Y'all already saw I fell off the wagon with Starbucks, right? Y'all are late to the party. You already know. You know when I fall off the wagon, it's the first day I did it. No, it's not. It's like the second or third day. Yeah. I fell off the wagon, Catherine. I'm sorry. Sometimes I do well, but I'm in this firmament. I don't listen. I could be so much worse. I could be a sexual addict. I could be chiefing every day. I could be snorting up mushrooms and all kinds of cocaine. I could be doing a whole lot of things. You know, I'm not on Ozempic because I would be like, okay, so yeah. Occasionally I do that, and it is what it is. I mean, the firmament is about to explode. There won't be any more Starbucks in a minute. Oh, there won't be any more Starbucks in a minute. So don't worry. It's like short-lived. Yeah. They act like they're terrible for you, but it really makes me believe it makes Tiffany. Anyway. Mother freakers will pretend that they're pro something, and they will listen. How I know who somebody is who they marry. That's how I know. If someone tells me they're conscious, but their wife or husband is totally unconscious and dressing like a prostitute and giving conscious awards, no shade. I'm just saying, you know. I don't tell you. I'm not someone who's giving awards for people being conscious. I'm not celebrating blood rugs, red rugs. You know, like the red carpet, that represents blood. Why would I say I'm conscious giving conscious awards and giving awards on a bloody rug? Like representation. If I'm so conscious and I'm really an occult master, how would I have a red carpet event when I know that represents blood? Why would I be a conscious person giving conscious awards? I'm not doing it because you already know I'm not love and light. I got all kinds of idiosyncrasies, but nor am I giving you awards for being conscious when everyone who's getting awards isn't conscious. Nor would I be saying I'm a conscious person and I'm the deliberator and the judgment of consciousness when the very thing that I say is conscious, it's like me being married and my husband showing up with 50 million outfits, like if we're on a real award show and dressed like a prostitute, when we're supposed to be embodying spirituality. And, you know, I'm just saying, call me a hater. Just what I'm saying. I'm not a lover and lighter. But nor am I giving awards on an award show that isn't award worthy. Or changing the letters in my name so that you don't find out my criminal background. I don't know who I'm talking about, though. I'm sorry. I just fell off. I'm sorry. You won't hear me saying congratulations to anyone like that. Okay? Call it shade or not shade. It is what it is. You know what I mean? All of a sudden that person's a testimony of aliens when they're in contact with grays. And the only grays that people are in contact are governmental grays. I don't know. But I'm not someone you should believe Because remember, I'm crazy. I'm the one who put people in different timelines, right? And got them stuck. I'm the one who's spelling people. Remember they said I'm spelling people? I'm spelling people all the time. Yeah, I'm putting, what they say, I'm putting spells on people. I'm ruining people's lives. Someone said I gave them herpes by just removing them from my group. I had the ability to give them herpes because I removed them from my group. From being non-loyal and being messy, I gave them herpes. This is the kind of things that's crazy, y'all. Yeah, no, they said I gave them herpes. They said because I removed them from my group, from being messy and being diabolical, I removed them from my group, but I gave them herpes because they were removed from my group. This is the type of things that people will say online. How do you give someone herpes from removing them from your group? Don't you have to have herpes from the beginning? Hey, Jamoji, I was just talking about you, Jamoji. Hey, Jamoji. Yeah, I don't know. I get accused of doing things, but hey, mama. Yeah, I get abused all the time. Accused, no abused, not abused. Gratefully, it's just I get accused of doing things that I haven't ever done, and you know, I always say fact check it. If someone accuses me of doing a fact, tell them to show you proof. Okay. Remember when the whole thing happened with Offset and people said, "Oh my God, Fleur Brun, what did you do?" Listen, I just told you what happened. I told you the truth. And then later on, you see that I was actually telling the truth. Like, what happened to those people who did those dastardly things to me and lied? What happened to them? Did I do that to them or did they do that to them? Okay. What'd I do? It's windy outside. All right, y'all. You know, I start talking really low. Talking kind of diabolical. I've been on here too long. I got off topic. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be tonight on Zoom. Okay. I'll do the 2024 I'll do the 2024 predictions. I like doing them. I have a great way of doing it. We'll see. Alex, hey Alex, PC. Alex, how you doing here? Remote herpes. I thought that was the most humorous one though. Like I haven't ever been. I've been accused of a lot of things, but giving someone herpes online, that's the first. That's the first I've ever been accused. Yeah. Then you had people talking about me losing babies as if that's a good thing to talk about. Talking about losing babies, talking about my babies. Yeah. People are just it's weird things. People trying to find out where I live so they can attack me. It's crazy thing. Online has a lot of weird things going on. All I do is share. I'm not bothering you. I don't go to anybody else's channel. If I don't like someone, I don't go to their channel. That's how you know people suffer from mental illness. They obsess with me. They'll say to people they don't like me. They'll talk disparaging about me, but then they're on my channel, like obsessed. It's crazy. And that's why you know mental illness is on its highest level, because back in the days, if you didn't like someone, you just didn't mess with them. Like, I'm from New York originally, right? So if I didn't like you, I wouldn't go on your block. I wouldn't hang out with you. I wouldn't even hang out with people you hang out with because I don't like you. I'm old school now. Maybe that's a kind of mindset. I'm old school in that way. Like, if I don't like you, I don't want to hang out with, and I wouldn't hang out. Listen, if someone talks, like if I have a friend who I'm close to, if someone was talking dirty about my friend, I wouldn't be friends with them, because I wouldn't even allow someone to talk about my friend all grimy. Like, as soon as you start talking grimy about my friend, we aren't friends, because I have loyalty like that. This online arena is full of like falsettos. Like, it's set up to create narratives that are negative a lot of times, not always, but it's set up for catfishing and also for demonizing people who are more legitimate. It's set up like that. And it's not just me, because it's not, I'm smaller in this arena. I'm kind of like in my own genre. So it doesn't matter, because for me, I'm in my own genre. I don't promote myself, nor do I want to. I'm here for the shenanigans. I've been here for a long time. But for like other channels, I think it's cruel how you'll see that like they will attack other channels like and make up the most just lies or dox them, put out their personal information on where they live so that people can hurt their children or their families. Like I've seen that a lot of times, and I'm like, oh wow, like it's to a whole, the ethics and morality online is just literally zero. It's really quite sad. You know what I mean? So be careful online too. Be careful with these people. You know what I mean? Just, if you aren't able to verify them, you don't even know that they're real. They could literally be part of the AI system too. You don't even know if the people on here are real. Sometimes AI will send things. So you can't, that's what I'm saying. It's nice to do meet and greets because you meet people, because I was doing that before, but I don't really have incentive to do that. I told you my next conference will be in Brazil, because I'm going to let the ETs verify people. Yeah, my next conference will be in Brazil. I don't know when, but definitely in Brazil, because I think it's just a magical place. A lot of the contact that I had in Brazil is off the charts, and they aren't regulating the ETs like that. So the next meet and no, not meet and greet. The next conference is definitely going to be in Brazil. It'll be in South America. I don't know when, but it'll be then. I'm excited about that. I don't know if it's got to be pre-pole shift or post-pole. Well, I'm having a VIP post-pole shift party. And if you're alive and still living in physical body outside this firmament or in, you're going to be invited to the VIP party, the pole shift. Oh, that'll be fun. The balance of what you bring energetically and what you have. Let's see. It's the balance for what you bring energetically above and below. For all kinds of get enveloped with the orbit, your essence, merge with them and transmute it. Well, thank you, Cece. Sometimes I like to be a little messy, Cece. That's all it is. You want to go to Brazil, Casey? Yeah. I'm going to have the next conference. I think it's nice. I would really, it'll be beautiful. So, and I love another eye drop choice, not Merlin. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be an amazing amazing time. I wanted to do it, I think I wanted to do it last year, but I'll have the conference. It takes me a while. I just have to remember, for me to create it, it takes me a while to do it, because I do it on my own. But yeah, it'll be out of this world. Yes, it will. Anyway, y'all, so I'm out of here. You can join us tonight on Zoom. We'll be on in the next, how many hours? We'll be on in the next, oh, it's 4 p.m. Central here. So we'll be on in about 3 hours. I gotta get something to eat. Yeah. I'm gonna grab something to eat. I gotta, you know what? Has anyone ever found, you know what I know it's not the season for breadfruit, but does anyone know where to get breadfruit? I love breadfruit. Oh, that's the only thing I miss in Florida. I love roasted breadfruit. I need to find a place where I can get breadfruit. They don't do breadfruit in a lot of places. You know what I mean? If anybody knows where to get breadfruit, that'd be great. If you know, because I'd order. I know it's not good to get fruit that's from somewhere else, but I crave breadfruit so much. So delicious, and it's so high in like magnesium, potassium. So good. Ugh. You know? So 3 hours will be on Zoom. You can check how to get onto Zoom via the description. It's in there. If you want to join, you don't have to. I talk to you guys a lot, so you won't ever hear me push. If you want to come on Zoom, it's fun. But if you do want to be interviewed and you are an extraterrestrial or a time traveler, or you are someone in contact with another being, these are all have to be verifiable. Definitely contact me by goddessdell@gmail.com. So GHADDESSDELL@gmail.com. So you can be on my show, Aquarius Rising, the Ninth Gate. It's like my remix. And they may have it pre-packaged at a natural grocery store. I tried. I haven't seen the I tried to get it. I haven't seen it where I am. I crave it this time of year. In Florida, I could get access to breadfruit so much easier. Big up to my Floridians, you know? I love breadfruit. And like during this time of year, I like to grill it. Oh, I like to grill it and then cook it on both sides and then have it like as like next to, like I'll have that with like little fresh mango. So good. Anyone who hasn't tried it is so good. If maybe it's a Caribbean thing, but it's so tasty. The government hates you too. Yeah, I'm not on their. I'm not on their list. They put me on a note. They put me on a flight. You know, they put me on a They flagged me on a flight list. They finally did it. They did it before, but I didn't know. But now they put me on a flight list. They literally tagged me, y'all. I'm on the flight list where they. I don't know when they did it, but when now, every single time, and I paid for a different type of entry to go in. They put me on a list, on a flight list. So when people tell you I'm fake, well, apparently the government is putting a lot of stress on people who must be fake then, because that pissed me off though. So I try not to fly anywhere on any American Airlines anymore. Anyway, all right, y'all. I will see you tonight. Can't stop, won't stop. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Heru. Heru's on. Heru's going to be on tonight. What's good? We'll talk about the affairs that's going on. And also we'll talk about tonight the list. Epstein's list. Oh, it's going to be exciting. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I will see you tonight. Mwah. Be safe, be conscious, and be at peace. You know what I mean? Bring peace in your life, okay? So anyway, y'all, I will talk to you later. Peace. I think I'm on. Peace, YouTube. I think. Sometimes I don't know when it starts. Let me know you're in here. If you can put something in the chat. I'm sorry. It's taking me a while. I don't know. Ah, there we go. Thanks, Everett Angel. Hey, hey, hey. Peace, YouTube. This is Fleur Brun coming to you today. Post eclipse. Solar eclipse. Everybody's doing okay?